I don't think the general public is generally aware of Donald Hoffman's work, nor the depth of his radical theories about reality. For a better understanding of the terms used in this video, we encourage you to enable closed captioning. Please consider subscribing. In our last discussion, which is linked in the description and available in the end card at the end of this video, we embarked on a journey into Hoffman's intriguing world to help support our own hypotheses, which include some of his perspectives and conclusions. We scratched the surface of his groundbreaking ideas, questioning the very nature of our perception versus actual reality. Now, we delve deeper into the heart of Hoffman's framework, exploring the core principles that underpin his revolutionary perspective. Prepare to have your preconceived notions challenged as we unravel the mysteries of perception and reality through the lens of Hoffman's thought-provoking work. Seen here on Tom Bilyeu's show, Hoffman, a cognitive scientist at the University of California, Irvine, has spent decades studying perception, evolution, and the brain. He argues that our perceptions are not accurate reflections of an objective reality. Instead, they are a user interface, shaped by evolution to enhance our survival and well-being. This challenges the traditional view of naive realism, which posits that our senses provide us with a direct and accurate window into the external world. Central to Hoffman's argument is the fitness beats truth (FBT) theorem. This theorem, mathematically proven, states that organisms whose perceptions are tuned for survival and reproduction, even at the expense of accuracy, are more likely to pass on their genes. In other words, evolution favors fitness over truth. This means that our perceptions have evolved to hide the true nature of reality from us, presenting us with a simplified, species-specific version that is conducive to our survival. Consider the example of a beetle that evolved to perceive only the color black and white. This limited perception allows the beetle to quickly identify and avoid predators, increasing its chances of survival. While this perception is not an accurate representation of the full spectrum of colors that exist, it is highly effective for the beetle's survival. This illustrates how evolution prioritizes fitness over a completely accurate representation of reality. Building upon the FBT theorem, Hoffman proposes the interface theory of perception, ITP. This theory suggests that our perceptions function like a computer interface, presenting us with icons and symbols that represent, but do not directly mirror, the complex reality that lies beneath. Just as the icons on your computer screen do not represent the intricate circuitry and code running behind the scenes, our perceptions mask the true nature of reality, presenting us with a simplified and user-friendly version. Think of our perception of color. We perceive a spectrum of colors, but these colors are not inherent properties of the objects themselves. Instead, they are created by our brains in response to different wavelengths of light. This means that the colors we see are not objective truths about the world, but rather subjective interpretations created by our perceptual systems. Hoffman goes further, proposing that consciousness itself might be the fundamental reality. This concept, known as conscious realism, suggests that the material world, as we perceive it, emerges from consciousness, not the other way around. This challenges the traditional view of materialism, which posits that consciousness is a product of the brain and that the physical world exists independently of our minds. Conscious realism suggests that our individual consciousnesses are like players in a vast, interconnected network. Just as players in a multiplayer online game perceive and interact with a shared virtual world, our individual consciousnesses interact with a shared reality that is shaped by our collective consciousness. This raises profound questions about the nature of reality and our place within it. This exploration of Hoffman's theories is just the tip of the iceberg. Please subscribe to American Northwest magazine and click on the end screen for our previous video where we mentioned Donald Hoffman's theories. You could also visit the description and click on the link to the video there. You will also find a link to Donald being interviewed by Tom on Tom's show in the description. Thank you for joining us to explore the frontiers of consciousness and reality.